Good afternoon, guys. This is my afternoon playing with the ball, and we're just chilling out here. So today I wanted to talk about you cannot teach people to quit social media, and it's pretty much the same principle that you cannot teach pigs to fly. You can't do it, and worst case scenario, worst case scenario, they will be offensive. Like if you tell them. I will give you an example. Like I have a guy at work, and he is from a city next to this city, but he has to work in this city. And every time when he's done working, it takes him almost an hour to go home, right? But if you ask for it, he gets paid like full compensation, right? Just to go home. It's like it's overwork, but you get paid, right? And this guy, I tell him like, hey man, you should ask for it because you can get a full compensation for that. And then he tell me this, well, you know, it should be automatically. I'm like, bro, like nothing in life comes that easy, right? Well, for some people, but for most people, no. And then I told the guy, hey man, so I'm still laughing at this guy. I'm like, you can just call them or send them a message and they will do it for you, right? And do it before Sunday because if Monday comes, then all the hours are, registered and they cannot undo that change anymore. And then he'd be like, well, I don't feel to ask for it. It should be the way it is. Like what your originally was saying, like I want to get paid automatically, it should be like that. And let me give you some background. This guy is used to like the city next to it. If you work over there, it's way better. But the cities got merged in a sense of the work that we do. So that's why he also comes across my city, because that city was too small. And but he was making big bucks. He was working 48 hours a week. He was like, there were rich people living over there. There were high tips, you know, and he got way better compensated than almost any coworker I have in this city. And because I got merged, he's angry about it. But like you should stand up for yourself, but he doesn't. And then today, like this guy, maybe you were just sad about it, right? Let's try again. So I told them, hey, are you this pathetic? Like I became more direct, right? Like, are you this pathetic that you're not even gonna ask for something you have right to? It's a fully 100% yes. And then he said, it is how it is. I'm like, what do you mean it is how it is, right? And then he said, well, I don't necessarily need it. Well, he is complaining all the time that he needs more money. So this is a great example. There are people that are unaware. There are people that are aware and they're dumb, right? Well, there are like multiple filters, right? Like that, right? So there are people that are unaware and willing to learn. There are people that are unaware and willing to learn, but he's just dumb about it. And this is what I mean. Some people will never turn around. Like you will waste your time. Like I wasted my time for maybe like 5 minutes, right? Like two minutes yesterday, and today I wasted 2 minutes. Some people will never turn around. Like they will keep using these social media apps, especially Instagram. It's just they're so hooked. This is their life. They cannot see themselves without it. And like you remember yourself like, well, I couldn't see myself without it as well. But um, like everyone has their own timeline, right? And some people will be ready, some people will never be ready. So it is how it is, guys. Um, so what would you do in this case? Well, you could be an example, or um, like I'm more strict about it. I cut these people out of my life. Very simple. I don't want to waste too much my like. This is a coworker, so it's hard to cut it out, you know. But I'm gonna talk less and less and less because I'm like, hey, are you this guy? You know, like such an ego for nothing. I don't like that. I don't have time for these kinds of people. So don't complain to me if you're not ready to fix it, right? Because I'm not willing to hear your shenanigans. If you complain and you can do something about it really easily, and you're not willing to fix your like not coming up for yourself, like I was considering like if this guy actually have a penis. I'm sorry, you know, like are you this pathetic? But hopefully that makes sense, right? You cannot force people to quit social media. You can only be an example. They will find their journey if it's, and they will find it. They'll find themselves. But some people, again, they will never turn around, and they will latch onto you. Then, like they will be offensive. They will, you know, like make your life worse. You know, they will call you things and names that you actually didn't want to hear, and just because to help them. So this applies for many things in life. So here, come. This applies for many things in life. So just be aware, be an example. Like you can ask, you can give them time. You know, like hey, see where they at. You know, if they are ready or not. So how do you know if they're ready or not? Well, not it's not necessarily the complaining. It's not when they are angry. It is when they're almost there. Like they're clicking the button, but they just need a little push, right? So, but it's even better when you meet someone that was completely unaware, and you tell them, and they go, "Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not going to be able to be a responsible human being without uh, without having these apps, without standing up for myself, because that's also with social media, you're actually standing up for yourself, and you can go forward with it. So hopefully that helps, and stay strong. All right.